everyone, I thought it would be fun to talk about books to movie adaptations today because The Death Cure, the third book in the Maze Runner series, is coming out this month in a couple weeks, I think, and it's going to be made into a movie, so I thought it'd be fun to talk about some other favorites and not so favorites of books to movie adaptation. So first, let's just start with The Maze Runner. So the books are by James Dashner, and I thought they were okay reads. My favorite in the series is The Kill Order, and that isn't even going to be made into a movie because it's like a prequel to the other books. And, well, read the books, got to see the movies, and I actually thought The Maze Runner was a pretty good movie with like the action, like the actors, and I enjoyed it. But when The Scourge Trials came out, the second book, I did not like the movie at all because I was getting so mad with changes and stuff from the book. So after the movie and the car ride home, and I was just ranting to my friends, I was so mad, they're laughing at me. But then once I just took the book from my mind, I was able to appreciate the movie for what it actually was, and The Scourge Trials is actually a pretty good movie. It's action-packed again, I like the actors, and it's a good follow-up to the movie version of The Maze Runner, so even though it may not coincide so well with the book, it is actually a good movie. So I'm curious with some of the changes they made in the movies as to what's going to happen in this third film and how they're going to wrap it up. And I'm just glad it's finally coming out now because the main actor, Dylan O'Brien, he actually had an accident on set, so we've been waiting for a long time for this movie to come out, so I'm excited to finally get to be able to see it. Now, of course, gotta put Harry Potter, Hunger Games, and Twilight in this video. Now, the way I started out with the Harry Potter series, well, not even the books, I started out with the movies. The book came out when I was in 5th grade, and we got it at a school book fair. My mom would read it to my brother and I before school every morning, and it wasn't something I could get into, and even my brother, he's a year younger than me, like 2 grades younger than me, and he was wondering why people were turning into cats, cats turning into people, and he just thought it was weird, and I just couldn't get into it either. But when the movies started coming out, went to see the first one and really enjoyed it, and I kept seeing the movies, still hadn't read the books. And when I was in college, I volunteered at my hometown library's reading program in the summer, and they had all this time when I was sitting waiting for people to come and bring in their stuff for the reading program. I decided I would start reading the Harry Potter books again, and because when the movies was going to be coming out, the series was about to wrap up, and the movies got me interested enough that I wanted to pick up the books, and I had to know what happened. So, of course, like pretty much everyone else who reads Harry Potter, I fell in love with the books just as much as I love the movies. And I know there are some things that are different, but I just love Harry Potter. That's all I can say. There's nothing I am going to complain about this series. Also with Hunger Games, I did not read the books first. I heard all this hype for this movie, and I didn't know why. Everyone was so in love with it, and so one day when I was at my library, the movie actually just got put back on the shelf. I was surprised because it was new, and so I grabbed it. I was curious. I wanted to see what it was about. The first time I watched it, I thought it was pretty barbaric, having all these children fight each other and kill each other, and I thought, why do people enjoy this? This is crazy. But then, before I returned it to my library, I watched it 3 to 4 more times to see why people enjoyed it so much, and then I got it. and I really enjoyed it as well. I mean, the action's good, the storyline is amazing, the plot, and I thought Jennifer Lawrence does a great job, Josh Hutcherson, all the characters, I mean all the actors do a great job. And then of course I needed to start diving into the books because I could not wait till the next movie. I had to find out what happened next. And then I read the books and then fell in love with the movies. I just enjoy them so much. Of course, not everything's the same, but I think it's pretty similar to what the books are. Confession time. I never went back to read the first book of The Hunger Games. After I saw the first movie, I just went straight to the second book, then the third. I have it, because I gotta have a complete set, but never read the first book. So, don't yell at me, guys. Now, Twilight. Again, this is one I did a little backwards. So, Twilight was very popular. I was in college at the time when these started to come out, and my mom had asked me if I wanted to go see the movie with her because a lot of people at work were telling her it was really good and they had read the books, and so we just went to go see the movie together to see what it was all about. And when we left, I did not really like it. I just like, whatever, it's okay. It wasn't my favorite. But then my mom started reading some books. She borrowed them from her friend at work, and then I'm like, what the heck, I'm gonna start reading them too. And then I really enjoyed them as well. So here I am again doing things backwards, but hey, if that's what I gotta do, that's what I gotta do. But yeah, and New Moon, I like it because I'm Team Jacob, but yeah, I thought the movies are good too. And again, not everything's gonna be the same, and some stuff is different, and wish it would have wrapped up a little bit differently, but it is a series I do enjoy. Now, one thing that one movie that I do not like, or series, is the Divergent books and movies. Now, the first book, Divergent, I thought it was a good read. It was this new world we were diving into, and it was exciting, and I think it went downhill from there. And with the movies, I do not know what happened to it. This is a thought that I sometimes have of, why do authors sell their rights and let the stuff happen to their books, because it's so different. And I don't know, it's a whole nother subject we could get into, but as you can maybe see, this isn't even opened yet. It's still all sealed up, but I got a Black Friday because I had the other two movies I got from friend, and again, it's a collection thing, but I just thought they butchered this film, and stuff is way too different, and I do not like these movie adaptations one bit. Now, we will go to City of Bones, Shadowhunters. Now, some of you may know this did come out as a movie first before the series had actually come out, and I was not a big fan of the movie because I didn't really like some of the actors they had for the characters in the book, and also they do something at the end of the movie which makes no sense to me, because you would not be able to continue into the second one if they decided to make a second movie, which obviously it didn't get good results, so there was no second movie. And also, I'm not a fan of the Shadowhunters TV series either. There is so much they changed that I didn't agree with. I started watching the first season with my friends. We would get together and watch it, and then I really didn't like it from the get-go, but it was something that my friends and I did together, and I haven't seen, I don't think, anything since the first season, and I don't think the acting is all that great in the series either. And with this being such a world that I love and enjoy, I just had to stop watching because it was just ruining the series as a whole for me, and I couldn't watch it anymore. I had to keep the good thoughts in my mind, in my head, and that's why I had to stop. Now, one that is a little younger, but I still enjoy it because I'm a Disney girl, is the Descendants. Now, I like the second movie better than the first one, and I think it's just fun with the music, and I love the idea that they have Disney children, and like I said, I'm a Disney girl. So, but what I like about these books and the series is that you read a book, you watch a movie, read a book, watch a movie, and I think that is fun. Like, first, you're supposed to read The Isle of Lost by Melissa De La Cruz, and then you're supposed to watch the first Descendants movie. And then after that movie, you read Return to the Isle of the Lost, and then you go back to the Descendants 2 movie, and then finally you finish up with Rise of the Isle of the Lost. I did that with the other ones I just showed you, but I haven't read this one yet, but I'm excited to read it because I liked the addition of Uma and her crew, so I'm curious to see what she does in this book, and I do hope they continue with the movies because I just enjoy them and there's something fun to watch and bring me back to my Disney days. Now, the last thing I'm going to wrap up with is The Fifth Wave, and this is a little sampler that we got when we went to the movie, and it's just fun to have something like this with the movie edition. And I mean, I do have the actual books, but I had to grab this too. And I like sometimes when you go to the movie theaters, they'll have some posters of the different movies that you see, and I was able to pick up a Fifth Wave one as well, so it's just fun to get some extra little swag when you're there too, when you're not expecting it. And now this series as a whole too, I thought the first book was interesting and it was a good read, the world and just how things happen. And the first book I thought the first movie, I thought they did a pretty good job of how they adapted everything with the book and the movie. Sorry, I'm going a little crazy here because my cat's jumping on my table where my camera is taking a video, so I'm worried it's going to fall off. But I thought they did pretty good. I thought the series just also kind of went downhill for me after the first one, and that's probably why they didn't also start making more of the movies, but I thought it was a pretty good adaptation. So comment below what some of your favorite book-to-movie adaptations are, and if you're excited to see the Death Cure coming out soon, and if you have any suggestions for any other books to movies that I should go check out. Well, have a good day, guys. Bye.